guys, Cute and Cuddly here with another tutorial. This time I'm going to show you how to make invoices on PayPal for you fellow artists and content creators. I pretty much use this method all the time, except for like really small payments. That's when I don't really use it, but for really big payments, for like commissions and stuff, this is a really good way to do it without being scammed or whatever. There will always be scammers, but you know, what can you do? So first off, you log into your PayPal. Obviously this is not what it's going to look like. It's going to look like your homepage, but it has all my information. So to create an invoice, you go into the Send and Request tab right here. You click it and this will show up. And to create an invoice, you just click Create Invoice, and I'll show you the process there. Alright, so this is the window that will pop up. As you can see, when you first create it, you won't have all these. These is all just all the past stuff. You can actually remove them, but I'm just gonna keep them for kind of like receipts in a way. And you can look through them here, whatever. Like organize it to see who's not paid and blah blah blah. But to create an invoice, you click right here. Just give it a bit. And this is not the default thing that you'll come up with. The default will actually look like this. It's not that much different, but you'll see like all the information is kind of gone except for the business stuff. So when you first start off, this will actually be empty here. And this will probably be at 0001. And you'll have maybe Canadian USD here. But like I set it up all. To start off, what you can do is, I recommend doing this so people can actually get in contact with you. You put in your name or whatever, or how you're known, and then your email. To do that, you just click Edit Business Information, and then a window will pop up, and you can enter your address and whatnot if you're doing mailing services and stuff like that. And you do have a logo thing here, but I don't really use that. But you know, if you want to, it's up to you. So going with the invoice information here. So pretty much you can put whatever number you want. It doesn't really matter. It's pretty much just for your customers' knowledge, I guess, so they know kind of like what number they're at. And you can put in the invoice date when it starts and when the due date is for when they have to pay. You can set it manually, or you can do it with the drop down here, where you can have it after 10 days, after 15 days, after 30 days, after 45 days, or there's no due date, blah blah blah. And the customer that you want to send the invoice to, you will put their email right here, their PayPal email, not their normal email that's not connected to PayPal. Put their PayPal email right here, and you can actually, when you put it in, you can add in their name or whatever, or their address, blah blah blah, and you can save their email stuff information here if you want to. Usually I don't like to save it, but and if you're sending to more than one, you can actually do the multiple customers, and you put in their email and you separate it with a comma, and then you put in their another person's email and blah blah blah. So usually I just do single. Now to get to the pricing right here. So first off, you want to put in what they're paying for here. So this is pretty much so you and they know what they're paying for. So pretty much if you're doing, let's say, I usually name everything differently. I don't just do art. I do, if it's for example, if I'm experimenting, I do experimental shading. If I'm doing sketching, I put sketch. And if it's a couple piece, I put couple. And blah blah blah. And then you put one quantity of one, because they're only getting one drawing. If they're getting more than one, you can put more than one, and then put the price for one, and it will add it up over here. So let's say you want to put in they ordered 2 sketches, and you put in quantity of 2, and the base price is for 1 sketch is $10. And it will add it up right here. You can actually put in the taxes and whatnot, and put where you are at, what like province or your state, and what the taxes thing is there. But I don't usually do that. And then you can put a description if you want to, right here. That's also optional. And you can add in more than one thing. So let's say they got 1 sketch, and they got 1 chibi drawing, and that is $5. And that will actually add it up over here. And you can put discounts, you can put, if you're shipping it to them, shipping and handling, the taxes for shipping, blah blah blah. You can put that all in here. And you can put a terms and conditions here, but usually I do that separately, so I don't usually put anything in here because it's 4,000 characters, and I don't think that would actually fit all my terms and conditions. But you can put a summary of it, so they can, you know, go look through it. And usually here, this is for your customer, so you're not going to be seeing that, but you can put, so they know who they're getting it from. You put from, for example, me, I put Cute and Cuddly, so they know who the invoicers they're coming from. And over here, this is what you will see, not them. So you can say for, let's say, I don't know, Bob. And this is so you can know who the invoice is for, because sometimes you can't tell who it is by just looking at the email, especially if it's after a bit of time. So this is a pretty good tool right here to figure out who's what, and blah blah blah. And then you can actually save the template. If, for example, you're doing Iron Artist, so that's pretty much a sketch every day, and you need to do it for multiple people. You can save your invoice or save the template, and then you can come back when you create a new invoice. You can come back and just change the email right here and change whatever, you know, the name right here, and then there you go. You don't have to put in everything all over again, blah blah blah. And yeah, and then you just hit send, and then we'll get it, and they just have to hit the paid button. There is a way to cancel it also, so if I go back here, if you want to cancel an invoice, for example, let's say we'll create invoice, and I'll show you where that is. And you can, like here, there will be a drop down. Obviously they're all paid, so you can't really, you know, you can print this is pretty much when it's paid, you can print a receipt or whatever. But usually when you have it, you can there's a drop down that will say remind, cancel, and I think there's something else, but that's pretty much like if they've taken a bit of time, you can remind them to pay the invoice through PayPal, or you can cancel it, which is pretty awesome. And I think you can refund something also in a certain amount of time, but these are like pretty much like months past, so I can't refund it. But yeah, I hope that was helpful, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.